During this class, we are going to use a very interesting feature that was introduced on Laravel 5.4. This is called email markdown. Basically, this is going to allow us to use some specific tags inside of our views to send emails in a very beautiful way, automatically created. This allows us to send emails with buttons, titles, tables, images, and whatever that we need, automatically formatted in a beautiful way to be sent via email. So for this, we are going to create a test markdown for a mailable. When we create a mailable with the PHP artisan make mail command, we can specify the name of the mailable, and optionally, we can specify the M option for markdown, specifying the name of the view that we are going to create with the markdown options. We are going to create a markdown view in the emails folder called test. And if we go to our project, we can see a new mailable called test. And as you can see, it's very similar for the previous ones, but now it is using a method called markdown, sending, of course, the name of the view that uses that specific markdown stuff. So if we go to our views now, we can see in the emails folder the test markdown, and as you can see, it is using components. And we can have several components. For example, a button as default here with a specific action in a URL and a specific text. And additionally, we have a way to specify that we have, for example, titles. And we have a very interesting way to specify that it is a title, for example, using the sharp symbol. So what I'm going to do now is to adapt our previous views for the mails using markdown. So I'm going to close and remove this now and use it as a guide. So we have that the title is going to be this, the body is going to be this, and the action in the button is going to be this. The text for the button is going to be verify account, and in the thanks message we are going to include the name of our project. But currently we don't have configured a real name for our project, so we just need to go to the app config file and modify the name index. We are going to call this RESTful API. Of course, you can use another name if you want. Instead of link, we are going to use a button. And that's all. I'm going to do the same for the welcome view. But of course, here the message is going to be this. And that's all that we need here in the views. Basically, we are using markdown, using the component stuff, and we can use several components as well. For example, we have buttons, tables, images, and several others. Before to proceed, we need to modify our mailables. So I'm going to delete this. And basically what we have to do now is to change this method for markdown. In the way, I'm going to include a subject for the welcome messages. and the same if the user mail changed. Here we already have a subject, so we don't need to add this, and let's to verify that everything is working properly. If we try to create a new account, it seems like I have an error, so let's to verify in the welcome view. And of course, it is because we should not use here the mustaches. So let's do the same in the confirm. And try again with a different account. So here we have, if we go to the log, we should have, of course, the code for the previous error. And at the end, you'll have the details about the email. So here we have this. We can see now that it is an HTML version. You can see the content type is going to be multi-part alternative, and there is all the details in HTML. And the interesting thing here is that we are additionally obtaining a text plain version that is very similar that we have previously of the markdown. So we automatically have an HTML version and a plain text version, of course including the new title that we specify for our emails. Now, just to see how it looks, I'm going to temporarily change the email driver for Mailgun. I previously defined the Mailgun domain and Mailgun secret. So if I try to send an email creating an account with a real email, a test email in my case, we can send, see that the email has been created, and if we go and check the email, here we have this, please confirm your account, and here is the code. We have the name of the application, we have the button, and of course, if we click the button, we can verify successfully the account. So, we are done now. We are using a very cool feature of Laravel for Markdown. Please remember that the Markdown feature is only available after Laravel 5.4. Before to finish, we need to go and, only in my case, you don't have to do that, return the mail driver to log. Again, if you are using a third-party service to test, you can keep it like the same. See you in the next class.